Let's talk about Midjourney. So most of you will already know Midjourney is a text to image tool where you basically, as it says, you can type in anything you want and it will create an image for you using the vast power of AI. You just sign on to the Discord channel to use it, and honestly, the results are mind-blowing. I've spent a lot of time in there. There are lots of images going viral of different pictures that people have created using Midjourney, and honestly, scrolling through the Discord server, looking at all of the different weird and wonderful creations that people make is honestly, it's joyful. It's amazing. It's an incredible platform doing amazing things. So many marketers are obviously wanting and starting to use this across lots of different ways. So, creating ideas, potentially making assets, all of that kind of stuff. But sadly, as in many things in life, it's not that simple. Midjourney may well be a million different court cases waiting to happen. And in fact, some of those already have happened and already are happening. So there is an artist called Chris Kashtanova who tried to copyright a graphic novel that she wrote, which had used AI art from Midjourney. And the copyright was granted. So she tried to copyright her graphic novel. It was granted. She went online to tell the world, hey, isn't this amazing? Us artists can now copyright art that we've created using AI tools. Turns out the Copyright Office didn't know that she had used AI tools to create it, and so it was then revoked. And what's basically happened is that the law hasn't really caught up with the technology here. So the courts and the law really don't know what to do with tools like Midjourney. And a lot of that stems from the data that they're trained on. So over in the US, Midjourney is actually being sued for copyright by a bunch of artists, because there is the training data contains art that they've created. Getty Images, the photo licensing company who sell photography to newspapers, magazines, all of that kind of stuff, they are suing Stability AI, another AI image tool. And so the big question here really is, where do these tools get their data from? And the answer is a hell of a lot of different places. So typically they scour the open web. So, it's not private data sets, it's the open web. And they just put in as many images as they possibly can to train them. So they're vast data sets, just like ChatGPT is trained on a vast data set of different places from across the web. So too are these image tools like Midjourney. DALL-E 2 is OpenAI's version. There are a bunch of them. And so this is going to become more of a problem. The technology has run away from the law really quickly. What you're going to start to find is that the law does start to catch up eventually. And so it's going to be really fascinating to see how it pans out. Because you could argue that the AIs are just doing what any human artist would do, which is taking inspiration from all of the different art that they've seen and creating something new in collaboration with their human partners. Artists, on the other side, would probably argue that these are just statistical tools that are recreating their hard work and their divine human inspiration. I would tend to say that actually the AIs are closer to artists than perhaps the artists themselves might think, but that's just me. I would love to hear what you think. It will be certainly very interesting to see where this goes. And the bottom line for me really as a marketer is that these AI tools are super powerful. They create amazing image assets, and I'm definitely using them myself. So I'll be paying close attention to see what happens over the coming months and years to make sure that I'm staying on the right side of the law. So yeah, it'll be fun. Love to hear what you think, and I'll see you next week.